Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to talk about how to have conversations in any country without speaking the language. Now the first thing I want to tell you is no, this is not with Google Translate, so don't think that one bit, so keep listening. And just to tell you how I figured this all out the hard way was because my family moved to Albania and I started a business, which is behind me, and I had to learn right from the get-go, from moving here to Albania, how to talk with contractors that did not speak any English. And I've had many conversations. This has worked very well no matter where we've went, what business. As a matter of fact, a lot of the business owners ask me what I'm using so they can use the same thing since it doesn't cost anything. And I'm going to show you how to use it. Now, if you're wondering what I'm babbling on about, it is ChatGPT. Now, a lot of you have used it before and you're like, I can already use that. I'm about to show you a way to use it that you're probably not aware of. And for you that have never used it before, it is a free app you can put on your phone. There is a paid version, but you can do everything we're going to talk about today using the free version. So when you pull up ChatGPT, a lot of people just go straight into the text field and start using it, or they use the voice to text, which is down at the bottom right. We're not going to use that. We're going to use something different. There's another button there. It's a black one that has the little stripes going down it. That's the one we're going to be talking about right at this moment. So the way this button works is it's voice activated. You can talk to AI and tell it exactly what you want to do. Now, the way I'm going to have you speak to it is you're going to set up AI to where you can speak to someone in your native language and they can talk to you in their native language in real time without having to press any buttons or anything like that. I'll show you how this works. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go on the phone and we're going to click that very button that I was showing you earlier. And we're going to wait for the little circle in the middle to turn blue. If you try talking to this thing before it turns blue, it's not going to do a thing. You've got to wait. That is something most of you will forget when trying this for the first time. If it's blue, it's for you. That means you can start talking. Press the button. I'm waiting for it to turn blue. Can you change everything I'm about to say to Albanian? And when you hear Albanian in response, can you change it to English for me?
Absolutely. I can do that. Just start speaking and I'll handle the translations back and forth for you.
Hello, I need to have the floors ripped out of this place and I need to replace it with tile, and I also need to do some wallpaper on the wall, and I need my windows washed. How much will you charge me for this?
Përshëndetje. Unë kam nevojë që dyshemet të hiqin nga kjo vend dhe ky zëvendësoj me pllaka. Gjithashtu kam nevojë të vendos disa letërmori dhe të më lahen dritaret. Sa do të më tarifoni për këtë?
So as you could see, it took what I said and translated it instantaneously. Now what it will do is if the person you're speaking with is going to reply to you, since it was still blue after I talked, you just kind of put the phone over to the other person, and I would go like this for them to start speaking, and they can speak without pressing any button or anything like that. They can talk to you in their native language. It will translate it back to English. I can talk in English back and forth for a long time. It's great. Now, I'm going to give you some of the hiccups that can happen, and that is if somebody were to talk to it like this. Okay, the next thing I need you to do is bring in those two ladders, and then I need you to go. If you do this long pause, it's going to take that pause as that they ended their conversation, and it's going to try to go ahead and start translating. And if they start talking again while it's starting to translate, it kind of negates it and starts it all over again. So you do have to kind of prep the person to just speak and just stop. And you can go back and forth. I have used this application for just about everything, and people love it. It actually brings joy to their faces when they use it because they think it's so cool. And the good news is that this isn't translating the way something like Google Translate would, where it does it so poorly. it actually puts it in real good terms. If you don't believe me, of course, you could try this at home, find somebody who speaks a different language and try it back and forth. You will find out that it works very, very well. Now, the next thing I use this ChatGPT for, now we're not going to be pressing that button we've been pressing for real-time conversation. Let's say somebody sends you a text in a different language, whether it's Japanese, whether it's Spanish, fill in the blank, it doesn't really matter. You can do one of two things. You can copy that text and paste it into ChatGPT and say, can you please translate this to English for me? Or you can also hit the plus button on the bottom left and add a screenshot of whatever it is you want to translate. So you upload that into AI and say, can you look at this picture and translate it to English for me? And it could be a screenshot of text that was already on your screen. This has saved me so many times. However, there's more. Now, a lot of times when people less sophisticated in another language may be texting you, they may be using a lot of slang. Americans, you know, we use a lot of slang in everyday language. Well, the AI is smart enough to figure this stuff out. So for a while when I moved here to Albania and this happened, I would upload it into Google Translate, and it would do something like this, where it doesn't really know exactly what they're saying. It just kind of gives you its best guess. But when I take that same information, the same slang, and put it into ChatGPT, it will usually figure out what the person was trying to say. And sometimes it even says what they were trying to say was, or if it's really bad, you can give it some context like this. I just received this text from a contractor who's putting in new flooring for me, and I have no idea what he's trying to say. I asked him for a price, and this is what he replied back with. Then AI will say, okay, thank you for the context. What he's probably saying is this. This is a slang way in their language to say this. It's a complete lifesaver. If you learn these little tricks with this free app from ChatGPT, it will save you in many instances in your encounters with people who speak a different language. I can't imagine being here now without it, spoiled rotten to it. Now, if you're saying, well, you should be learning the language, I agree with you, and I am. However, ChatGPT does one more thing that I want to tell you about. Going back to when I was talking to this thing originally with the black button with the little lines through it, I can talk to it and say, hey, I want to learn Japanese and I would like to start with the numbers. Can you help me learn the Japanese numbers and have it to where I can repeat it back to you and you tell me if my Japanese is good enough? It will actually do all these things. So you can even use ChatGPT as a teacher for a foreign language. The more you play with it, the more you're going to find out what it can do. Anyway, that's all I have for you right now. I hope this really helps you out no matter where in the world you are in. And if you want to subscribe, we'd love to have you subscribe. We've got a lot of videos, but most of them are going to be on the country of Albania. And if you feel so inclined, this information was helpful to you, buy us a coffee. There's a link down in the description. We would really appreciate it. So thank you very much for watching. And I'm going to end this by saying Fala Menderit, which is Albanian for thank you.